A very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Big Stone Television. Today, I want to lend my support with a reggae dancehall star that I had the opportunity to meet many years ago. We're talking about Goofy, as he was known then. Later on, become the giant Mr. G. Now, the reason why I'm giving my support towards Mr. G is Raising an Autistic Son. Reggae dancehall veteran wants to start a support group for parents. Let's dig into the story that came out in the Sunday Gleaner on October 30th, 2022. Reggae dancehall artist and producer Mr. G just celebrated the 17th birthday of his first son, Chad Antonio. However, he sums up 15 of those years as a challenging and rewarding journey. When Chad Antonio was 2.5 years old, he began to show development delays, which Mr. G, whose given name is Chad Simpson, believes is linked to vaccinations. The scientific question of whether vaccine cause autism has become a legal battle. There are many parents suing the U.S. government, filing claims with the Federal Vaccine Injury Compensation Program, since it was first alerted that the 3-in-1 vaccine, the MMR for mumps, measles, and rubella, was causing neurological harm, although them denied over and over again, Mr. G said in an interview with the Sunday Gleaner. I, for one, believe it is linked because Chad Antonio was developing at the rate he was supposed to until the night after he received the vaccine. The doctors warned that a fever might occur, but his fever was 105 degrees Fahrenheit. The next morning I woke up to a different son. He didn't even remember how to climb or walk, he continued. While waiting for an official diagnosis, Mr. G conducted his own research and invested as much as possible to ensure of his son's development success by paying for speech and behavioral therapy, which he said was very costly. Mr. G found programs and schools for his son locally, such as the McCam Child Care and Development Center, which he described as one of the best. It became clear that Chad Antonio was going to need speech behavioral therapy for most of his school life. Right before the pandemic, he was still doing one-on-one with a speech and behavior therapist. He doesn't like schoolwork, but is a young man that likes to do a lot with his hands. He's a beautiful spirit, was taught me so much in terms of being a good father to all 4 of my children, shared Mr. G, who is the father of 2 boys and 2 adult daughters. He added, it has been a challenging and rewarding journey because as a parent you get frustrated when you'd like certain things and achievements for your child, but it doesn't come as readily as it does for other children. There was also a time when he was going through aggression, destroying household items and not understanding how to control those emotions. But he's calm now. At least McCam actually had people who were qualified to deal with the children. He said he is not part of an anti-vaccine movement, but would fall into a pro-safe vaccine group because if vaccinations are needed for different reasons, what we need to do then is to do it in the stage whereby the brain is more developed. I don't second guess my belief because I tested the theory with my last child, the youngest son Tyler. He didn't get the vaccine until he was 6 years old, and that was only because the Minister of Health visited the preparatory school he was attending in Jamaica and issued the vaccination without my permission. It made me upset, but he did not have the same reactions nor results, he said. The veteran entertainer is calling for greater integration of persons who are diagnosed on the spectrum ASD and is planning to join forces with other parents of children diagnosed with autism. I think it's time I organize and start a support group for parents. Since my recent post of Chad Antonio, several parents have reached out asking for advice or just offering their own words of encouragement. We have to pull together and be there for each other. Together, we can bring enough attention and make enough noise for the rights of our children, because some of them literally cannot speak up for themselves. Mr. G, formerly known as Goofy, was raised in the Jonestown community in Kingston. Music was his first love, and he has contributed to the career of several dancehall artists, including T.O.K., Chico, and Mr. Vegas, among others. His creativity was beyond the collaborative hit single Leave People Business Alone by Christopher Martin and Remain Virgo. He has revealed that another collaboration with the two-star crooners is in the making. There are quite a few projects coming. I must say, while my son doesn't show musical tendencies, he does like to be at the studio when work is being done. None of my children show interest in music, but one of my daughters, who I diverted her attention to ballet, has a voice like Whitney Houston. Everything I do for them. I am forever on a mission to secure the needs of Chad Antonio and want to help others to do the same in terms of the services and assistance children diagnosed with autism need, Mr. G said. Well done, Mr. G. I'm so elated to have known someone of your caliber, Mr. G. I've known you for well over 20 years, and you've always worked hard at your career. So working as hard with your son was not a surprise. I know you're a dedicated father. I know that. I've seen how you show love to many others. Even my friend, the great Sassafras, you was there for Sassa in some of his most trying times. Mr. G, also you was there at the funeral service of my friend in Enfield. You're such a remarkable individual. I must say, man, I'm very happy to have met someone as great as you. Continue to shine, Mr. G. You're my friend now, you're my friend then, and you're my friend forever. Mr. G, as long as I live, man, I will lift you up as high as Blue Mountain, or even higher as Mount Everest. Stay focused, Mr. G. The Almighty is in charge. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Lend your support to the movements for parents that Mr. G is embarking on. Please like and share this video. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then what are you waiting for? Now is the time to do so. Thank you.